Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 22 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And in the previous episode we have actually successfully built a small plane, gathered some small amount of science that we will put to some good use. And I want to unlock the turbojet engine because basic jet engine just wasn't cutting it for us. So looking for something else to uncover, but we don't have the science for it. So turbojet is the main change. So let us quickly adopt our small plane, which was the Anomaly Hunter, to be actually able to fly the turbojet engine. So I figured 2 more intakes. Then we said 2 more chutes. I want to have control over deploying the chutes, and I'm trying to figure out if I can flip the ladder to be this time placed correctly, hopefully. And the animation doesn't work for some reason. Well, I just hope that this time I have put them correctly. I have no bloody clue if I did. Okay, so I'm just putting some more action groups in terms of steering and stuff, etc, etc. And I figured I might cram in more science, because as you saw, we actually didn't have the science from the spaceplane hangar. So this time when we return, we actually want to collect all the science from the spaceplane hangar, and maybe even at the site of the anomaly. When we were there, we maybe didn't have all the necessary components. So okay, let us put 2 more chutes. We said we wanted 4 chutes because 2 weren't cutting it in terms of slowing fast enough. Some more science stuff. I even slapped on a mini antenna so that I can transmit it if I choose to. 2 mystery goos. I think it's okay. Let's see what more. Close the cargo bay, and yeah, engines, we definitely want to change those and put in some more powerful ones. Yes. And custom 3, let's toggle the turbojet engine. Great. So hopefully that should be good. And then we said we didn't like the yaw authority on this plane, so let us put some fins. Okay. Come on. Oh, stick there, please. Thank you. And we don't want them to be steerable, we just want them to be there. So, okay, I think I have placed them correctly, so now let's just rotate them upwards, and there will be here for stability. Good. I think we're pretty much done, so let us build the vessel. Okay, let us warp to complete. We have 25 more days to our transfer window, so we still have time regarding our Eve probe. I think it's already made. It's waiting for us at the VAB. So let us launch our mini plane. And for today's pilots, we want Uno and Bill. Okay. So oh, and we already have some science on the runway. Wonderful. Let us just toggle the auto collect. Collect all the data and magnetometer scan. Oh yeah, that's the one deploying with a large boom, so we actually need to open the cargo bay. We don't want to destroy our cargo bay. For some reason, magnetic field, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, we are in a rush. We have a faraway place to get to. Okay. SAS on. Throttle to max. Fix our staging because, yeah. Because staging. And our target for today is the anomaly in the desert. So, throttle to max and hit the engine. Twin turbojet engines heating up. I mean, most of this plane has been tested and this should hopefully be the improved version. So, it takes off pretty nicely, goes pretty fast as well. And our anomaly in the desert is somewhere around there behind the mountains. So we should actually turn and go to the mountains. Yes, well, this one we don't need any longer. This one I've placed by mistake. Okay, so it's over there. So we should turn towards that one. So just ever so carefully turn around. Oops, and I believe that my plane has stalled. Well, I'll just point the craft downwards, fix it. Yep, and we're good. Okay, there it is. Oh, what happened there? Okay, I actually need to re-examine this because for some reason could it be that my center of mass and center of lift are too close together? Because my plane seems pretty flip happy and now we're in a flat spin. Juno and Bill, I think we should eject. And this time I made sure that at least parachutes work. Oh, this plane will be a spectacular wreck. Well, at least our Kerbal survived. Alright, well, I'm just thinking at which level do they fully deploy? Or should I be the one deploying them? Whoa, maybe I should. Whew. Okay. Okay, so you landed, and also, where is Bill? Bill! Ah, there he comes. Okay, well, that didn't go as well as we planned, but still again, why not take a selfie from the beach? Smile! As if you didn't just cost the KSC taxpayers a good amount of funds. Okay, we have retrieved Juno, so we have to retrieve still Bill. Okay, Bill, come back home, please. Let's recover you. You're ready for the next assignment. That's admirable. Okay, so I have basically rebuilt the plane, and now we have 19 days to Eve window, and this time we'll have Gregin Kerman and Pablo Kerman flying the craft, and I have just slightly fixed the center of mass and center of lift, but not by far, so I don't know if it should be enough. Okay. Some science. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. Let us just quickly grab the magnetometer scan. Okay. Keep the data. Toggle, and then we need to toggle autocollect for the data. Fine. Okay, without further ado, throttle to max and let us go. Also, I want to just make sure that I put staging for the parachutes in a separate stage, so they don't fire off for some strange reason. And this time I'm a little bit more cautious when it comes to the turn. doing it ever so carefully, pointing towards the mountains because that's where our anomaly was, and pitching upwards, and now I'll activate the navigation. So, and set as a target. I mean, why not? Probably. Well, maybe. Okay, and we say 710 kilometers away. So I figured I don't really want to bore you guys to the death with like me flying it in real time, so I have decided to go, I think it's 4 or 6 times acceleration. I'm definitely not taking the anomaly report, but I'm taking the atmosphere analysis because we are flying over different biomes at the moment. So the plan is to go between 19 and 23 kilometers in altitude and go very much supersonic, like Mach 3.5 roughly. And because of the heating effect, my frame rate dropped to like 7 or something. So it really wasn't that fun. Whenever I got this reheat mechanic, it basically dropped, my frame rate drops to 7. So, well, especially if I'm recording. Still, nice shot. I'm really interested because I've never actually flown to any anomaly, so these are actually firsts for me. Who knows what secrets shall we uncover there? 300, we're already midway through the beauty and the power of the time acceleration, clearly. Yeah, 6 minutes to target. I really like in this waypoint manager that you get ETA to the target. That's really nice. Okay, I went a little bit further down than I would like. Let us keep above 20. Okay. We're coming up on the actual anomaly, 100 kilometers, which is definitely nice. And I'm thinking now I'll start dropping my altitude so I can visually find it. Started the anomalous data scan. Killed my engines, and I'm just gliding down with all of the brakes set, and I was like, what the hell is this? So then I realized I'm running actually a light enhancing mod, so ambient light, which I've now lowered. So there is our anomaly. By the way, I put that as a rough estimate, so anomaly should be somewhere around here. So there it is. Okay, we're coming in, and at this point my game just crashed, so I could not show you the landing as such. I was coming in and here it crashed. So in the end I went through another route and I landed somewhere else which is further away. Well, no matter. I reserve the power to use F5, which is revert in cases like this where just my game would crash because of the loading of the anomaly data. So the downside is that you have to watch me drive there. Well, sorry about that. It is an inconvenience for sure, but if I really just shown you by plane by the anomaly, then it wouldn't be actually merit of how did I actually get there. Landing on this plateau was pretty simple. I tried to land one time before, but it basically didn't go very well. But and also that was due to the loading glitch. So now I'm ever so slowly driving there, being very careful that I don't break off my engines or anything like that. also showing this in time accelerated fashion, as you can tell. I don't want to record any EVA as of yet. I'll record it just when I come closer to the site. And I'm heavily relying on the brakes, plus for some steeper angles I'll probably be turning off engine anyway, or turning on engine. Whoops. Just carefully. I didn't come all the way here just to break off in halfway, so just circling a little bit around this hill and up that slope towards what seems to be some sort of stepped pyramids. It's a little bit longish drive. I mean, this plane might as well be in a rover, for God's sake. Well, but I was thinking, where else should I land? So this was the biggest, flattest plateau that I could think of. And landing on the plateau closer was just... I don't know if I would be able to pull it off. And here I'm using the engine to just to surmount the problem of going uphill. And as soon as we crest the hill, I have to immediately shut it off so not to go too fast and crash into the pyramids. Okay, a little bit harder on the brakes, and wow, this site looks beautiful. I believe we have found the legendary pyramids of the TutUnJeb. So let us go closer and examine it. Coming up on it ever so slightly. Just double checking if my steering and my motors work, which they do. Great. Okay, so let's see. Let us pause, take a picture. This will be the one for the books. I'm still thinking whether or not I would use that one for a screenshot for the episode, because it's a little bit telling, so I might actually put some other for the episode. And I have again successfully mounted both ladders upwards. Congratulations to my own stupidity. Well, let's gather some science and let's see if we can collect the anomalous data. It's 0.3 kilometers away to the southwest. Get closer. Oh, beautiful. So we actually have to go towards that main pyramid, I guess. Okay, well, let's just drive there. We've driven already here, so might as well take a couple of 100 meters back. It's not really a deal breaker per se. Coming up on the pyramid. And now let us take. These desert pyramids are one of the few yada yada yada. Cool. And at this point I was trying to think whether I should recover the plane or I should fly back home. Oh, and we have an EVA report and a surface sample to do. But first we have to repack the chutes. This time the chutes worked well for us, so yeah, we have to make sure that we keep them in the right condition. And then we will take the EVA report and the surface sample, because why not? Okay, so let us turn the plane. Okay, so I believe we have now everything that we need, so it's time to go home. Throttle to max, release the brakes, and I'm really hoping this plane picks up speed before that ravine. Speaking of which ravine, this one. Ooh, 100 meters per second, okay. And whoa, what the hell is going on here? Oh, you know what? I'm thinking as my fuels get consumed, probably it happens that my center of mass and center of lift are becoming ever so closer to each other. So yeah, if I'm putting this as a... if this continues to happen, I will be very flip happy. So I might need to do something about it. I'm using a TAC fuel balancer, so I will most likely be putting that one to pump the fuel forwards in the forward tank. I mean, there is no really need to showing this like in one time acceleration, so I'll just probably accelerate this part a bit as well. Let us just first make sure that I fix the trim. Okay, liquid fuel. Yes, I believe this was the case. So let us pump the fuel forwards. And when it comes to oxidizer, well, this another tank has it, but I really don't see the need to use it, so I'm just dumping it, the oxidizer. Hopefully that should make the plane fly more stable. Okay, and I think it's time to put it in a little bit of time accelerated manner. Speaking of which, I'm thinking, how shall I know how far this really is? I'm almost tempted to put another custom marker for the KSC. Yeah, and I might actually do that. So, waypoint manager, create a custom waypoint, use terrain, set location on a map. Here we go. Location KSC, save. Perfect. And we might as well activate navigation to it. So yeah, now we know we have like 12 minutes to get there. And this I will be once again showing at a little bit time accelerated manner. Once again, same trick on flying back. Just bouncing off the thinner layers of atmosphere, trying to use our superior engines to provide enough thrust to go like beyond the point of Mach 3, around 3.5, and just get as soon as we can to the KSC. This is a familiar sight, the shores of a continent where the KSC is located. So, Grekin and Pablo, so far nice mission. Let's try and keep it that way. We're coming up, so like we're now halfway there, and we already are. Now we are passing, actually leaving the continent of the desert. Sorry, it was my mistake. And we are hoping that soon we will be seeing the continent where the KSC actually is. Flying at around between 800 and 1000 meters per second. In the horizon we do see some appearance of the mountains coming up ever so carefully on the horizon, and we know that those mountains are the mountains before the Kerbal Space Center, so we're 200 kilometers out. still keeping pretty high and pretty fast. I'm thinking somewhere when we will be crossing the mountains, I'll start to nosedive towards the KSC and then perform the actual landing. Slightly slower episode today than the last one where we were lots of building, but yeah. I'm just decided to turn a little bit the ambient lighting because it was just too dark. You couldn't see anything. And it's kind of important for us, especially for you guys. I mean, since we're filming this, it has to be at least visible to a degree. It can be nighttime, but it doesn't have to be pitch black. So, well, I'm not gonna do the EVA report, and I've decided no target because that target was the island runway, and we want to land at the Kerbal Space Center runway. We're still pretty fast despite us using brakes like there's no mañana. And I'm just trying to align myself with the actual runway. Coming up ever so carefully. Gear down. I'm always very scared when I come so close because I remember what happened in the second episode. Our plane just basically falling into pieces. So since then I've been really careful in terms of my approach speeds and approach profiles. So Gregkin contacting the KSC tower and requesting the permission for landing, while at the same time gliding the plane at around 140 meters per second, which is still pretty fast for the landing. Hitting the brakes. We're still a bit higher than I would like, but let us pitch downwards, and we with the brakes at full swing. Landing. Great. Let us deploy the chutes. Oh yeah, 4 chutes slow us much more effectively than just 2. I really like the plane. Well, this plane has passed the test apart from some minor, let's say, instability due to the center of mass and center of lift. But we'll probably fix that in the future versions of the aircraft. So let us just quickly taxi back, because if you remember at the spaceplane hangar we had some biomes, or we had a SPH biome which we have never explored, so this time I have packed some additional science for the occasion. And we were going really slow, so I figured might as well give it some gas. Okay, going towards the taxiway, and here we are, all the glorious science: seismic, mystery goo, magnetometer, gravity, just hit it, atmospheric pressure, and magnetometer hitting it from the inner. Yeah, cool, lots of science. Anyway, guys, we're coming up on the end of this episode. Like if you like the episode, and for more KSC content, hit that subscribe button. In the next missions, we'll probably start launching our probes. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.